Oh, hello everybody. Just giving Virtual Daggerwin a bit of temporary lighting. He surprisingly accepted my offer. Oh no, my light almost went down the toilet. Yeah, he wanted to use this as his office, so there we go. At least he's happy. Bit of a night light. Oh dear, these introductions couldn't get much weirder, could they? Okay, hello everybody and welcome back to Survival Challenge. We're going to start off by picking up all the straw. I believe the price for straw is still good. At least I hope it is, because it was increasing quite nicely. Yeah, it is 400. Yeah, 44, which is actually the price it peaked at yesterday anyway. So it's the same price, but it was 39 if I'm not mistaken before that. So yeah, that is fine. We would never expect to get anything too substantial for a bit of straw. So the plan for today is to actually sell that windrower, and I want to buy a bigger windrower. I think it's possible. I reckon we can get the Coverland. We did use it in Series 1. It was good. We did upgrade to another even bigger rake afterwards, but as the next step, that is going to be a great one to go for. So I guess the biggest question for this field is, will it all fit into one load? Judging by the way it's going, I would say no, which is good. The more the better. And of course we're going to be buying the new windrower used. Yeah, a bit of an oxymoron there. The new one used. Yeah, we're going to be buying it used because that is just the most cost-effective way of doing it. And we're going to sell the old one. We're then going to row up the grass field, which I'm sure was obvious anyway. Yeah, and then we're going to pick up all the grass and put it into the pit. The good thing is we actually do have the 1250, this tractor here. It's a big tractor, so we should be able to compact the pit faster than with the smaller machines that we had before. That's what I'm hoping for. Okay, 39%. It's going well. Yeah, almost certainly we're going to be going to a second load. And the only issue with that, as I said, it was actually a good thing, is just the distance we have to drive to go to the straw sell point. I think we probably can use the ship, but if we use that, we're going to be actually probably making a loss because it's only £44 for 1,000 litres. Well, not a loss, but it just won't be a huge profit. It will definitely deduct a substantial amount. 87%. Yeah, we're just going to have to drive. It's not a horrendous distance. It's about halfway from here to the sawmill. Yeah, it's just there. It looks like it does have a dock, but we're gonna have to go as if we were going to the store to begin with, and then turn right. So we'll set the cruise control to 13. Looks like we do need some diesel soon, and there are only 2 swaths left. But yeah, it adds up. We could keep some in the yard somewhere, but I prefer not to be piling up great big heaps of straw if I can help it. So we're just going to have to make the journey twice. But it's okay for you, because I will jump cut the majority of it. We're almost there, and as you can see, not all of the fields are infested with trees, which is the opposite to what I said yesterday. I said I thought every single field was infested with trees. I guess that is going to affect the price, so you probably pay less to have a field which needs work. But that is probably still the best way of buying a field, because then you get the money for the wood. Although this way is faster. You can get a crop in faster. Yeah, so for number 8, for example, we looked at that, 30,000. It doesn't seem too bad. I think they're quite good prices. I'd be tempted to go over here to not have the trees. But yeah, as soon as we have the money, we can decide what the best thing to do is. And here we are. We have made it. We're cruising along at 18. So, not going to get your hopes up. This isn't going to be good, but it is all something. Better than chopping it. Don't tell me it only takes bales. It probably does. Yes, that area does only take bales, because this is the area that takes straw. It's being sucked into there. When I say straw, I mean loose straw. Okay, well the money is looking good. We have enough money already to buy the bigger windrower. Let us return to the field and we get the final piece. £1,500. I'm not complaining at that. That is okay. Okay, the final couple of bridges before we get back. Shame we can't just go across there. There's probably a placeable ramp that you can have, a placeable bridge where you can cross areas. Oh, we can cross on foot. That's fine. We're going to have to drive round. Let's get the rest of it. Probably only about 15%. Maybe £500. There we go. But yeah, it's made a big difference. The way I did the raking yesterday has made the picking up of the straw much easier. I'm pleased that I did it that way. So yeah, we've got a few little pieces here and there, but nothing that's going to add up to much. If it was silage, it'd be a different story. So no, 26%. No, it's actually 9,344 litres. Very good. Okay, once again, I'll see you over at the sell point. Looks like we're going to end up in the water. Yeah, slopes away to the dock. Okay. So I think I estimated £500. Probably optimistic. Probably more like 350. $411. In between the two. Not bad. Okay. So yeah, we have 11,272. Let's go and take this back. We'll buy the new windrower and we'll take the old windrower to the sell point. So since we're going to need this tractor and the loading wagon, we'll just park it over here, out of the way. And just to mention a few people from yesterday, I've been reading the comments, and I had some very good comments. One of them was somebody asking me why I don't use a rake over a windrower. I'm guessing when you say rake you mean one like this. It's a very good question and a very good point. Yeah, I should be using one of these. The plan is to use this, and then when we've sort of outgrown it, because that's 7 meters, we're going to go for this one here, because that's much bigger. 8.5, well, it's 1.5 meters bigger. 8.5 meters. So, good question. If that's what you meant, we will be doing that. We'll definitely be doing that. But the other thing is the rake, which is more in our price range. It doesn't offer quite as much as the Cavernan does. So that is why I'm going for the windrower. We'll pop that in there. It probably does need to be repaired. So we'll just go up to the bench. Yep, repair that for £3 and we'll sell it for 1,742. It's not too bad at all. Yeah, so into the windrower category. This one here is the one we need. Used, that's 11,200. We are going to have to spend a bit of money to repair it, but it's probably only going to be about £200. If that, maybe 100. I'll have to find out. But this is going to enable me to clear the field much faster. I didn't really fancy going up and down with the other one. I did that last time and it didn't take forever, but it obviously could be done a bit faster. And there's no point in keep repeating ourselves. We might as well do things with newer machines or bigger machines. Upgrading. Actually, I might as well just repair it here. Saves going back into the yard. 103. That seems reasonable. Ah, I disconnected it. Yeah, it's whenever you customise something, that's when it disconnects it. Obviously not when you repair it. Okay, so we're back at the field. I thought I've spent a great deal of this episode just driving around. Thankfully off screen, so you haven't had to sit through that. Just reading a few more of my questions. One of them is along the lines of why ask for suggestions if you don't listen to them. Basically, the situation with the comment section, whenever I ask for suggestions, I'm basically using it as inspiration. My viewers inspire me to do different things in the episodes. Obviously I can't do every single thing which is suggested, that's why it's a suggestion. I don't have to do it, it's just a great way of seeing the different possibilities, and then I sort of choose the best way, the best one out there. Obviously, yeah, if I was to do every single suggestion, we'd have no money, because it would involve all the machines and probably all the mods. But no, trust me, I read the suggestions, they inspire me, and they influence the episodes greatly. But yeah, I don't know, maybe it comes across as me not listening, but that is far from reality. So, yeah, let us continue with this. I don't know how long it's going to take. It really shouldn't take that long. And then as soon as it's done, we can start to pick it all up and put it into the pit. I also need to take a look and see if we can put some bigger wheels on the 1250, because that would be really useful for compacting. Failing that, we could just buy a leveler. Okay, I do feel to be going a bit fast here. Yeah, bear with me. I think it comes under small tractors. It does. So different setups, yeah, you can go with twin. So if we feel it's necessary, if we can afford it, for example, which we probably can't, then we could go with some twin wheels for compacting. But for now, yeah, I'm just going to say, here comes the time-lapse, and we'll be done in hopefully a few minutes' time. It's actually very handy that I harvested the other field first, because now I can just drive straight through. I don't have to worry about turning sharply or driving in the crop. But that's been fast. Okay, been left with a fairly awkward piece there, but not to worry. That first piece I can just get with the loading wagon. There we go. Okay, so we're finished. Definitely a worthwhile investment. Very pleased that I bought this. I've just gone pop it up in the shed, and then we can get cracking with the 1250 and the loading wagon. But you can see how much we have. There's loads and loads of grass. Compacting is always going to be the slowest part of it, I think. Last time it took me at least 20 minutes just off screen, going backwards and forwards. I was beginning to wonder if there was something up with my setup, because it was doing like 1% every, I don't know, I was going backwards and forwards. I'd have to go backwards and forwards to get 1%, so it was just, I don't know, the best way of describing it is probably painful. It was a big job, which is why I should have been doing it as I went, to save having a pit which needs to be compacted. It was like 20% compacted by the end of it all. Okay. So off we go. The other good trick is to keep driving over it with every load that we bring in. That seems to be working fairly well. It's a good yield, but this first piece that we're doing is actually outside of the field boundaries, so that won't have been fertilised. That is already 79% full, which Just trying to clear the bottom piece here. That is impressive. We have a good yield. It was fertilised once, but it wasn't fertilised twice. Which is what I really need to get on top of. If we're going to be doing this sort of thing, we have to fertilise it twice. I always seem to run out of time. And then by the time I get to the field again, it's fully grown. Okay, so that is 100%. There's probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 loads out of this field. Need a good run up for the hill. The mighty Massey. Lots of power. Yes, I wouldn't have wanted to put this onto the other tractor again. Because look how it just sucks the power out. This is a good tractor. I think this is the turbo as well. The turbo articulated steer one. Okay, so let's start tipping. I don't want to be too close to the front or too close to the back because otherwise it's going to spill out. Although actually, I seem to remember before this pit was very good. It didn't seem to want to do that, which is very helpful. I think I'll stop there because when we come to level it out, it's going to move around anyway. There we go. So I would imagine we're going to have around the same amount in the end as the previous load. Was it about 120,000 litres? But yeah, by all means, have a guess if you want to. Ooh, scared me. Helicopter. I'm going to say 120 again. We're cutting the same area. It's going to be very similar. Well, we might be down on last time. Hard to tell. Yeah, I think we are. Unless, of course, I'm just imagining that we had 120,000. Maybe we had less. But I'm pretty sure it was 120. I don't know why, but 123 seems to stick in my mind. But that might be from something else. Maybe 1, 2, 3. Simple to remember. Don't know. Okay, so yeah, we just have this one last piece. And then we are done. But that just, if anything, shows that the more fertiliser we apply, the better it's going to be. So now it just needs to be compacted. I will be interested to see how quickly this tractor can compact it, even with the single wheels that we have. It's quite a good climber as well, it can climb with ease. Okay, actually I think we'll probably put the rest of this further down. The John Deere tractor was getting stuck pretty easily because it's two-wheel drive. Okay, let's take a look. 87,047. I'm sure that's down. Oh, we do have a piece left in there. It's about 90 something. There we go. 93,587. So how quickly can we compact it? As I said, I would like to put some twin wheels on here. Don't know if it's going to make a huge difference. It's 8% compacted so far. That's 9, that's already an improvement. 10, oh yeah, it's much faster. Much faster, but yeah, how much would it be? I can do it from here. Just check it from here. So many different tractors. Right, so it looks like they are 3,700, which we can't afford, which is unfortunate. It would be nice. But yeah, I'll keep the loading wagon attached because I'm sure it does make a difference. That obviously has weight and it has wheels and stuff, so all I have to do now is keep going backwards and forwards, which is great fun. The best way of doing it is just by having course play and setting a worker to drive backwards and forwards. I won't keep turning around though, because that's going to really slow things down. 15. It does, however, mean I need to try and reverse this thing. As we level it, it's going to make it easier. Okay, well, I'm just going to keep doing this until we're almost at 100%. I don't know how long I'm going to be sat here for, but it looks like it's not going to be too long. That's looking really good. 97%. And this will be ready to sell in the next episode. So the plan is, because we do have such a big loading wagon now, is just to pick it all up and get it taken to the sell point. Of course, because the sell point is the BGA, we won't get the money until the following day, but we could go across to another day in the same episode. It doesn't matter too much. Okay, so yeah, let's just get that covered over. Love the anti-spill feature. And we're going to park this in the shed. So I think really overall it's been quite a productive day. Obviously, yeah, a bit of driving around, but that just had to be done. If we had a tractor that has a 32 mile per hour gearbox, it wouldn't have even been a problem. But we're working towards it. So, thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it, and until next time, see you again very soon. Bye for now.